going to throw if he can get it away. A little flip. Nice job by Stern, and a big game for Pacifica. A first down, in fact, with Topel, the receiver.
Outstanding improvisation
there.
Stern under heavy pressure. You'll see it. Now the little shovel pass. He flips it out to his fullback, and Topel going north and south all the way. Picks up 10 yards and a Pacifica first down.
What appeared to be a possible quarterback sack for the Vaqueros turns into a nice gain for the Mariners. First down and 10. 34-yard line for Pacifica. Movement on the right side of the Pacifica offensive line, and it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Mariners.
Doug Case on the sidelines, imploring his defense to shut down the Pacifica on this first series. Wes Choate jumped from his right tackle position. He's claiming he was induced, but it'll go as an illegal procedure penalty against Pacifica. Very few penalties in the first half for both teams. Well played from a standpoint of infractions. I like the way Pacifica opened with a pass on first down. On their first down running plays in the first half, they had less than 4 yards per carry on the average, set up a lot of second down and longs. Good call by Bill Craven on the game's first play.
First down and 15, back to the ground, and this is Brett Stern with the carry over the right side across the 35 to the 36.
Brett, the brother of J.D. Brett's just a sophomore, 5'9" and 155 pounds.
I wonder if Brett goes home at night and says, hey, big bro, get me the ball a little more.
He had 65 yards rushing on 9 carries against La Quinta a couple weeks ago, so Brett beginning to see more action as the season progresses. Nice pickup on first down there, got half the yardage that they needed. Second down and 8.
Two backs now behind J.D. Stern, 3 wide receivers. Stern to throw. The pass, is it picked off? Nam Nguyen, incomplete. Incomplete pass.
The Vaqueros all think that it's a turnover. The defense coming off the field, and that one official's going to overrule the other one. I believe they're going to rule that an interception. You had it, Rick.
The referee on the far side was moving his arms as if it was incomplete. But indeed, it looks like it's going to be overruled, and now the refs are going to gather for a little meeting at midfield.
The side judge, as we look at the Vaquero sideline, understandably happy about the play. The side judge came and ruled it an incomplete pass. Yet it appears as though the judge, the official who was closest to the interception, is going to overrule that call. But we're going to have a major discussion about this, and this is good. This is what the officials should do. Not every play, everyone's going to see exactly the same. But this is going to stand. It's an interception for Rancho Alamitos.
Nam Nguyen with the pick for the Vaqueros. Doug Case, his offense will go 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Turnovers hurt Pacifica last week against Los Amigos. They were up 20-7, and then an interception from J.D. Stern along with a fumble really turned the tide against the Mariners last week and enabled Los Amigos to come away with a 23-20 victory. Let's see if the Vaqueros can take advantage of this turnover. Good field position around midfield for Rancho Alamitos.
I don't know if we can get a shot of this right below us, but this is parents' night for Rancho Alamitos, and all the moms are lined up below us, Paul, with the pom-poms, and they're doing the cheers, taking over for the high school girls. There you see it there at the bottom of your screen. For Rancho on first down, the pass complete, the catch made by number 6. That is Frank Ortiz. And Ortiz gets it all the way down inside the Pacifica 40.
Coach Case hinted at that with his on-field interview with Pat Haslam at the end of the first half. He said we might have to mix it up a little bit to get those guys off the line of scrimmage. Pacifica was going with 6 and 7 guys at the line of scrimmage at the end of the half.
All right, 1st and 10 now for the Vaqueros with exactly 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Yandel wanted to pitch the ball, kept it, and he's going to get a lot of yardage. Tyler Yandel, far sideline, knocked out at the 30-yard line. Let's go down to Pat Haslam. Pat?
Rick, thanks very much. I'm here with the principal of Pacifica High School, Peggy Mahfood. And Peggy, you guys are doing a heck of a job tonight. You've got to be delighted.
Well, absolutely. After last week's disappointment, it's great to see the young guys coming out and just sticking it to them. It's really terrific.
How important is a good football program to the overall school morale? Is it an important item?
Oh, you bet it is. It really sets the tone for the rest of the school year. If you can come out and the guys can play really well and we can have a successful season, the atmosphere on campus is just heightened. There's a real spirit about the school. It's just really exciting.
Peggy, thank you so very much and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Peggy Mahfood, the principal there at Pacifica High.
But not excited about that play. Leo Cozy, touchdown Rancho.
Leo Cozy showing that brilliant speed. Got loose around the right side, and nobody was there. We'll see it again. Good blocking at the point of the attack, and now look at him turn on the jets. What a tremendous cut. He practically ran a 90-degree cut to get away from Rich Campos, and he into the end zone, and Rancho Alamitos goes back on top.
Juan Medina, who kicked a school record field goal in the first quarter, on to attempt the extra point. Kick on the way, and it is good. 9:40 left, third quarter. The Ranch back in front, 10-7. Game of the week, and it's a good one. Rancho Alamitos has just regained the lead on Pacifica. Leo Cozy with a 30-yard touchdown run, and the Vac attack in front 10-7 with 9:40 left in the third quarter. Medina kicks it off for Rancho, and the ball will roll out of bounds. So the ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line, and that's where Pacifica will put the ball in play, first and 10. There you see Doug Case, the coach of the Vaqueros. He seemed pretty positive at halftime, despite the fact that his team had fumbled the ball twice inside the 5-yard line. Of course, that's probably the reason he was optimistic, is because his team had gotten it down inside the 5-yard line, Paul.
And Bill Craven on the other side, he was concerned. He said, we got to tackle number 21. Well, they didn't do it on that last play. 30 yards for Cozy and a touchdown. But now it's up to the Mariners and J.D. Stern to try to answer. Let's see if they continue that balanced offense, mixing the run with the pass.
Stern with hope of the lone back behind him, and there's 4 Mariners lined up as receivers. Stern to throw. Pass is nice catch. I was going to say it was overthrown, but a nice catch almost behind him by Gilpin.
That's only the second time all game long that Stearns looked for Gilpin. He had 44 catches last year. Let's see it again. They run an out pattern, and Gilpin, you're going to see, makes a tremendous twisting catch, turning his body around, got his hands on it. I watched him in the warm-ups. He made a number of one-handed catches in warm-ups. It looks like Jeff Gilpin's got great hands. Let's see if Stern goes a little more often to his talented 6'3" wide receiver.
All right, Paul, 2 backs behind Stern this time. First and 10 Mariners inside Rancho territory. Stern pitch right side. LeBeau didn't get anything. LeBeau, in fact, I think lost a yard.
Zakaria with the tackle from his nose position. Once again, Pacifica having a lot of trouble with first down running plays, really not getting a lot of yardage, setting them up with tough second and third down situations. As we have a look at Craven on the sidelines. Important possession for Pacifica, trying to answer that Vaquero touchdown.
Exactly 9 minutes left in the third quarter. This is second down and 11 for the Mariners. Movement on the offensive line. I think Stern was trying to audibilize, and the offensive lineman, a couple of them moved.
Big Chris McDonald, all 275 pounds of him, rose up a little early. It's to the far right of the screen. The tackle moved, so you probably won't see that. But nonetheless, sets up second down and even longer for Pacifica. Now, in the first half, Rancho Alamitos came with a 6-man blitz almost every time they had this down and distance situation. If Pacifica tries a draw or a screen, perhaps that'll nullify that strong pass rush.
Second down and 16 now. Stern rolling right. He's going to have to keep it himself. Good coverage by that Rancho defensive backfield. Stern had nobody to throw to.
They've been running 4 wide receivers much of the evening. That time they only sent 2 receivers out in an effort to try to protect Stern, but that time the zone defense of the Vaqueros had the 2 receivers blanketed. There was no place for JD to go except out of bounds. 3rd down and a country mile for Pacifica.
Officials timeout on the field. Let's see what that's all about. There's 8 minutes, 32 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Rancho led it 3-0 after 1 quarter. Pacifica led it 7-3 at the break. Here we are in the 3rd quarter of the Ranch, back in front, 10-7. 3rd down and 16. Pacifica back on its own side of the midfield stripe. Stern going up the far sideline, and the pass is intercepted. Nam Nguyen with his 2nd pick of the game.
Not a bad play call. The Vaqueros were coming. They were bringing 7 that time on the blitz. And so a short drop, and they had single coverage out on the right side, but the ball is a little underthrown and a little bit to the inside, and you'll see Nguyen make the pick as he steps in front of Tessier, and another turnover for the Mariners.
So Nguyen with actually a 2nd interception of the quarter, and now it's 1st and 10, the Ranch at the 27. Leo Cozy, nothing doing. Nice play that time by the Pacifica defense.
Oh, number 32, Scott Yost, was in the backfield about the same time as the pitch, and he was the first man on the play, and then followed up by a number of Mariner defenders stop Cozy for a loss. They've tackled him for a loss, I believe, 5 times tonight, which probably hasn't happened in a long time for the talented Leo Cozy.
Pacifica 5-0-1 in league play last year. Rancho 4-1-1. So guess who tied? These guys. Rancho and Pacifica tied last year. 28-all the score last year. Yandel to throw, flips it to Cozy, and Leo can't hold on, and Yandel took a pop.
Kind of a ragged looking play. It's the sprint out to the right side for Yandel. It looked like he either tripped or maybe that was some kind of an intentional fake, but it looked like he was going to the ground. Then he straightened himself up and threw a pass, and had he been able to get it to Cozy where Leo could have handled it, that might have been a big gain.
3rd down and 13 for the Vaqueros. Yandel to throw. Going at Vickers. Vickers can't make the catch, and again Yandel gets knocked down under heavy pressure. It was Ramez Amari pressuring Yandel in a punting situation for Rancho Alamitos.
Amari has been all over the field. He had a fumble recovery in the first half on one of the Vaquero drives deep inside Pacifica territory, and his pressure that time of Yandel forced him to throw it before he wanted to because Vickers was open.
The punt away. Rich Campos back for Pacifica, but he's just going to let the ball bounce. Takes a Rancho roll down to the 45, and that's where Pacifica will put the ball in play. 1st and 10 from its own 45-yard line.
Just 31 yards on the punt. Good field position for Pacifica. That was a major defensive stop because Rancho seemed like they had some momentum going with the 2 interceptions and the 1 touchdown run by Leo Cozy. Had Rancho been able to move it down the field and score there, might have turned this entire game around. As it stands now, Pacifica, good field position, a chance to get back to either a tie, maybe take the lead.
Rancho showing blitz on defense. They've blitzed a lot tonight, and they're coming at Stern again. Look out, JD, you're going down. Vickers doing the honors.
third sack of the game. They've been pressuring him all night long. Look at Vickers come from the left side of your screen. Stern never saw him. He actually thought he was clear and was going to let it go way downfield, but Vickers had him around the ankles. Once again, Pacifica continues to have first down troubles, although I like the play call, at least of the rollout pass, but Vickers, the outstanding athlete that he is, would have none of it.
Loss of 7. It's second down and 17 with 6:45 left in the third. Stern to throw again. Again a blitz. Stern hit as he throws, and boy, Nam Wynn almost had his third pick of the quarter. Let's go down to Pat Haslam. Pat?
Thanks, Rick, very much. We have with us here a couple old Sea Dogs here, a couple of lovely young ladies, actually, Nancy Parker and Tricia Tierney. And ladies, you're working real hard tonight. Your ball club's playing real well, Tricia.
Yeah, I'm real proud of them.
Nancy, how about you? You guys are working up a sweat out here.
Yeah, it's hard, but we love it.
Now, Pacifica's team name is the Mariners. How do they go to Sea Dogs with a couple of young ladies like yourself, Nancy?
I don't really know, but I guess it's because, like, all those Mariners had their dogs hanging around, and you can't really have a Mariner, so we had a Sea Dog
Bulldogs
instead.
are put on in the Navy and on the ships, so they just decided a Bulldog would be better than a Mariner.
I think you just got an A+, Tricia. Thank you very much. Tricia and Nancy, a couple old Sea Dogs here for Pacifica High. Rick, back to you.
All right, Pat, thank you. And that Rancho defense gets to Stern one more time. New Tuatasi with the sack on J.D. Stern.
Oh, great camera work there. Look at number 4 on the right side of your screen. Times the snap perfectly. Shoots the gap untouched. Stern sees him coming. Just says, this series is over.
Burdell Laveau wanted to block Tuatasi, but he just couldn't get there quick enough. Tessier to punt the ball away. And there you see Vickers back to receive for Rancho. Tessier's punt goes out of bounds, and with 5:51 left in the third quarter, we're going to pause for a break. Rancho leading Pacifica 10-7. Paul Westfall, Pat Haslam, our OCN game of the week, and this is Leo Cozy over the right side with a little bit of running room for a short gain.
Oh, what a great play by number 66 in the middle of your screen, Wes Choate, because Cozy was getting it into high gear when suddenly Big Wes grabbed him from behind and said, that'll be all you're going to do on this run, Leo.
A happy Rancho mom right there. Again, it is parents' night here for Rancho Alamitos, and we couldn't hear what she was saying, but I'm sure it was something to the extent of, I hope our team stays ahead, you know? They're having a good time on the near sideline. 5 minutes, 13 seconds left. This is Cozy one more time. Leo Cozy running hard to the the 44-yard line.
Roland Heinall with a nice one-on-one play, stopping Cozy once again for short gains. He's been all or nothing tonight. Leo Cozy's had a couple of runs, 3 runs of 20 yards or better, and a number of runs of negative yardage. So alternately, the Mariner defense has played Cozy extremely tough, but he's like all great running backs. You might stop him 6, 7, 8 carries, and then all of a sudden when he breaks one, it's a big one.
Third down, Paul, for Rancho, and the Vaqueros need to get to midfield for a first down. Yandel wants to throw, going to keep it himself. Let's see if he gets to midfield. Yes, he does, and still going. Tyler Yandel with a first down for Rancho. He coughs up the ball, but the referees blow it dead.
That's 15 yards on the scramble by Yandel. We'll see it one more time, as he never thought about passing once he got outside the containment. He knows where those sticks are, and he turns it upfield, breaks a tackle there, picks up an extra 5 yards, and it's a big first down for Yandel and the Vaqueros.
Little more than 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Rancho up 10-7 and looking for more. This is Leo Cozy. Cozy dodges one tackler, but there's many more wearing white jerseys there to stack him up. He doesn't quite get to the 40-yard line of Pacifica.
Terrific play by Jason Simpson, number 8, because he had the containment on the sidelines, and with a shifty guy like Cozy, he'll give you that dipsy-do, and the next thing you know, you're grabbing at air, but that time he held his ground and waited for help to arrive. No gain on the play.
We have an official's timeout. I think there's some equipment repair going on the Pacifica sideline, or on the Pacifica huddle, rather.
Looks like they're fixing Wes Choate's helmet, and Wes has been in the middle of the mix all night long, so it's no doubt that a couple things might have been knocked askew.
Pacifica next week will play host to Garden Grove. Rancho will visit La Quinta. .320 left in the third quarter. It is 2nd down and 10. This is Vickers with the football. Vickers gets across the 40, but not much more. There to slow him up is Amari.
Amari continues to shine from his linebacker spot. He's made a number of excellent tackles one-on-one with the exceptional backfield of Rancho Alamitos. They're tough to handle one-on-one, but Amari's had a really good game. Made a number of unassisted tackles tonight.
Gain of 1 on the play, so it's 3rd down and 9 for the VAC attack with 2:40 left in the third quarter. Yandel to throw. Up the far sideline, and an interception and a terrific catch it was. Rich Campos with the grab. Some great defense by the Mariners senior.
I'll say especially because everything worked on that play. They went for the hitch and go, the pump fake by Yandel. He had time to let the play develop. That's the first time that they've really gone over the top all game long, so you'd have to think maybe the concentration level of the secondary might be short passing. Campos with a very nice play, showed me a great deal of skill as he stayed with the wide receiver and then made a heck of a catch.
So again, Paul, the defense comes through for Pacifica. We've seen 3 interceptions in the third quarter alone. Defense dominating this contest from the outset. Back to the ground go the Mariners. Verdell, Laveau. Not much running room over the right side.
Boy, and at the time of the pitch, that looked like that play had major yardage ahead of it because Laveau had 2 blockers in front of him. There was only 1 Vaquero defender, but that defender was Vickers, and he took on a couple of Mariner blockers and made the play, stopping Laveau for maybe a yard pickup on a play that Rick, I thought was going to go for maybe 10, maybe more.
We'll give Verdell 1 yard on that last carry, so it's 2nd down and 9 as we move inside 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Back to the ground. I think it's Topol through the middle. He got a few more yards to about the 13, but it's going to be 3rd down for the Mariners.
That's not a bad call, though, on 2nd and long. They had been going pass as we look at Doug Case on the sidelines. And they'd had so many long 2nd down situations that they were getting into a pattern, and Rancho Alamitos was attacking the quarterback on all those 2nd downs. They ran the quick trap that time up the middle, picked up 5. Creates a makeable 3rd down situation.
Third and 5. Stern can ill afford another mistake. He's thrown 2 interceptions already here in the third quarter. The blitz is on, and Stern is hit hard. Vickers again for Rancho.
Unofficially, that's the 5th sack of the ball game for the Vaquero defensive front, and Vickers has been involved in 3 or 4 of them. Once again, Stern, no chance at all. He never saw him coming.
Clock winding down, inside 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Great field position should result in this exchange, and you've always got to be aware that Vickers can go the distance with any particular return. He's done it before this season.
Tessier with the punt, a short punt. Vickers will let it bounce. Rancho will have great field possession when we come back.
I don't see him. I think we're safe.
We'll pause for another break and be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this. And final quarter of our OCN game of the week, Rancho Alamitos inside Pacifica territory, and this is Leo Cozy. Cozy gets maybe a yard before he's stacked up. It'll set up a 3rd down and long for Rancho Alamitos.
Here's the play that we missed during the break. Watch Yandel back to pass, and here comes Scott Yost, and Yost sacks him for about a 7-yard loss, which set up that 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and long for Rancho Alamitos. Once again, another huge defensive series for Pacifica, because I really don't think they can afford to fall behind by more than 1 score.
Doug Kay still concerned over on that Rancho sideline. His team trying to remain unbeaten. There's only a handful of undefeated teams left in Orange County. In fact, Paul, 2 of them squaring off tonight, Laguna Hills and Estancia. Taylor Yandel, long up the near sideline. Is it picked off? Incomplete. Almost picked off by number 81, Rich Campos. Campos had a pick in the 3rd quarter.
I think he makes the catch here, but he must have been out of bounds. It's on the far sideline, but look at the outstanding hands by Campos again as he comes down with the football. No, the football came loose. Good call by the official, and nonetheless sets up a punting situation, and a tip of the hat once again to the Mariner defense, because they hold on and give their offense a chance one more time to take the lead.
There you see Rich Campos back to receive the punt. Camarillo with the punt. And Campos picks it up. I'm not sure that would be something that Coach Craven wanted him to do, because he picked up a grand total of 1 yard after he picked it up.
Gutsy play by Campos, trying to get something generated, but I got to agree with you on that one, Rick, because they can't afford to turn it over, especially down there around the 20. But once again, J.D. Stern comes out with a chance for his team to take the lead with a touchdown. 10 minutes to go in the contest. It's time for Pacifica to get some kind of concerted drive going, and I don't know if the running game is going to do it. It might be time just to turn J.D. loose.
All right, at the 23-yard line is where Pacifica will put the ball in play, 1st and 10. 10:09 left in the ball game. The Mariners trailing by a field goal. Stern from the shotgun. Long over the middle. And the pass is picked off. That's Leo Cozy. Cozy still going. Leo Cozy still running. Gets it all the way back to the Mariner 30.
They went from the shotgun for the first time all night to give Stern a chance to have time to throw, but this is probably J.D.'s worst throw of the night. He threw it way inside. The intended receiver was Gilpin, and Cozy read it all the way from his free safety spot. Nice run back as well. Picks up about 40 yards on the return. Gives Rancho Alamitos the football at the 30 with a chance maybe to salt this one away.
Stern, Paul, has now thrown 3 interceptions in the second half alone, and I'm not sure any of them have been to an open receiver. There's been great coverage in that Rancho defensive backfield. 2 picks by Wynn, 1 of them just now by Cozy. Movement on the right side of the Rancho offensive line, and I think the Vaqueros will be pushed back 5 yards. Let's see if the referees agree.
Both teams seem to indicate that they think that it's on the opposition, and it's going to go against the Vaqueros by the expression on number 76, and that's Ruben Amaya. It is illegal procedure against the Vaqueros. It'll set up 1st down and 15 almost, and Coach Case is furious. He's saying that his man was induced to move because West Choate came across the neutral zone, but the referee will have none of it. Penalty against Rancho Alamitos. Pacifica really needs to turn them away this time, Rick.
1st down and 15 now for the Ranch. I believe that's Vickers over the left side, and he's stacked up by several white jerseys, led by number 54, Amare.
A little anxiety on Bill Craven's face. I think he realizes now as we go inside of 9.5 minutes to play in the contest, a Rancho Alamitos touchdown here would really make it difficult for J.D. Stern to try to come back from 2 scores behind. If the Pacifica defense could ever create a turnover, this would really be an opportune moment to set up their offense one last time.
Cozy fumble the football. The Mariners recover. Another turnover. We're going to pause for a break. 9-10 left in the game. The Ranch leading by a field goal. With the football, Laveau over the right side for the Mariners across the 40, just shy of the 41-yard line. Unofficially, we have 7 turnovers in this game already, and I think 4 or 5 of them have been in the second half.
There you see the last Vaquero turnover was not a clean exchange between Yandel and Cozy, and Wes Choate, who's had a spectacular game for Pacifica, falls on the loose football, and now it's up to Stern to do something with the opportunity his defense has given him.
You just saw the number. 7 turnovers is correct. 3 of them by Pacifica, all interceptions here in the second half by this guy, quarterback J.D. Stern. Stern, nothing doing for the Pacifica running game. Atuatasi leading the charge that time for the Vaqueros defense, and it was Brett Stern, the younger brother of the quarterback, getting the run.
Not a bad call, though. They went with the quick hitter, anticipating the 6 or 7 man blitz, but unfortunately for Pacifica, Atuatasi on the run blitz ran right into the play. So now it's another 3rd down and long situation for Pacifica. If they've got any kind of trick play or some kind of pass formation that Rancho hasn't seen, now would be the time.
3rd down and 9 for Stern and the Mariners. Blitz again. Here comes Rancho. Pass far side. Incomplete, and Stern's knocked down on his wallet. Atuatasi, first one to get there.
4th down, and they'll have to punt it away again.
It's taking those Mariner receivers a little bit too long to run those patterns, and Stern just doesn't have enough time.
Well, that's why I kind of like the idea of the shotgun earlier when they ran the pass that was intercepted. Excuse me, at least it gave J.D. time to look around a little bit, because to his credit, he's really had very little time to look at anything except his first receiver, and many times it's blindside blitzes, and those are the worst kind for the quarterback. So J.D.'s had a tough night, but it hasn't all been his fault.
Tessier back to punt for Pacifica. Vickers back to receive for Rancho. Pretty good punt that time. Vickers calling for a fair catch, and he gets it at the 29.